one of the benefits of using Cleva is that you get to actually join their QA session from time to time to learn about, the company, what they are building. You're also going to have people who would come in on the call to air their complaints and talk about issues they are having with Cleva. For those of you that don't know what Cleva is basically a fintech platform that lets you receive money from international platforms and countries. So for example, if you're a freelancer and you use Upwork, you can withdraw money from your Upwork account to your Cleva account. Basically, it gives you a US bank account that you can use to receive international payments. Now, they recently had, a QA session, and I was opportune to be there, and I caught a lot, during the QA session, and I was really excited to be there. I still am, actually. I've been using Cleva for quite some time now. I've made a video about, Cleva, comparing it to GGPay, and also, also talking about how it's similar to Gray as well. So the three major platforms that let you receive international payments right now is basically Cleva, GGPay, of course, Gray.co as well, in no particular order. I stuck with Cleva because the QA sessions, right? They are very customer centric. You can complain about something to them and they'll look into it, and I really like that about them. Imagine using a platform and you file complaints but nobody is helping you with it. Also, huge disclaimer, this is going to be a really long video, but I promise you it's going to be worth it, because I am going to tell you a lot about what Cleva is working on, and of course I am also going to be answering questions in the comment box if you leave questions. Before we get started, if you don't know who I am already, or if you don't know what the channel is about, I make videos like this. I talk about money, investing, and of course technology as well. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and of course like this video. It will go a long way. So we've already established that Cleva gives you a foreign account to receive payments with. That's pretty much what the platform is. On the side, they also let you create a dollar account that you can use to pay for things online. I've used their card to pay for something on AliExpress and it worked really fine. I've made a video about that as well. I've also made a video about why you need a foreign account. For those of you that don't know, if you're wondering why do I even need a foreign account to receive dollars in, I've made a separate video about that, so please be sure to check it out. Now, one of the things that came up during the QA session was somebody who was talking about how he transferred a huge sum of money to his Cleva account, and it was basically beyond the deposit limit for Cleva, which is around, I think, $5,000. You can't deposit more than $5,000 at a go, to your Cleva account. But I think somebody exceeded that, and he talked about it. And Cleva clarified that if you send a lot of money to your Cleva account, right, because it's a fintech platform, the compliance team will basically take it up and they will require you to basically provide some documents to prove that the money is legit, and of course, the source of the money is also legit. Now, this is very important, like really super important, because I know that a lot of people will be affected by this. The other thing they also mentioned is that you can actually go back to the person who sent you the money and tell them to maybe write to Cleva, or inform Cleva that the source of the money is legit, and you're not getting the funds from an illegal platform. So it's like a standard thing. It's not really a Cleva thing. In fact, I know a bunch of platforms out there as well that you would send a huge amount of dollars to that will pretty much flag it, and then they'll require you to provide some government documents, to prove that you own the money. When you prove that you own the money, then they can release, your funds to you. That happens a lot, right? It's pretty normal if you're receiving more than $5,000 on your Cleva account. So again, if that happens, it's okay. You just have to submit some documents to the compliance team of Cleva when they reach out to you, and of course, you can also get the sender of the money to assist and inform Cleva that the money came from a legit source. Another question that came up was if you can use your Cleva dollar card on platforms like TransferWise or similar platforms like that. And they also explained that you cannot use your Cleva card on platforms like that. You can only use your Cleva card to pay for things. right? You can use it to pay for things on Amazon. You can use it to pay for things on AliExpress, which again I've made a video on and it worked fine for me. So you can use your Cleva dollar card to pay for things online. Those platforms where you can pretty much pay for your hosting, buy things, that's completely fine. But if you're trying to link it to some payment processor out there, like, you know, TransferWise, the card will not work. Then number 3, another feature you notice that Cleva doesn't have right now is a Nigerian bank account. You cannot have a Naira, or you don't have a Naira bank account on your Cleva account. You can only basically create a USD account and receive dollars, and then, you know, send the money to your bank account. But Cleva doesn't have a Cleva Naira account in your name that you can use to basically move money around. And someone brought this up in the QA session as well, and they clarified that this is a feature that is coming. In fact, it's one of the features they mentioned that is going to be coming in the first quarter of 2025. They did not give an exact date, but they said that from next year, you'd basically have a Naira account on your Cleva account. Right, so if you want to maybe use that Naira account to save money, or use the Naira account to do something else, you know, you're going to be able to do that. Then number 4, they also mentioned that from next year, again in the first quarter of next year, you'll be able to withdraw money from your, you know, Cleva dollar card. As of the moment, you cannot move money to your Cleva card. You know, maybe if you use the money to the card to pay for things, you now have some balance left in that card, you can't move the money in the card back to your Cleva wallet. So they don't have that feature at the moment, but they are saying that from next year you'll be able to do that. They also mentioned that what you can do right now is, if you have a lot of money in your Cleva card, you know, you can reach out to the Cleva team and talk to them about it. You know, they can basically cancel the card and move the money back, you know, to your Cleva account. So they are kind of like just doing it manually at the moment, but from next year you'll be able to automatically move money to your Cleva card, and then from the Cleva card back, you know, to your wallet. Then they also talked about pending deposits. There are people who, you know, it takes a while for them to pretty much receive their money to their Cleva account and also withdraw you know, the money. So they are saying that from next year, it's going to be faster, right? If you receive money, you know, if you're receiving money, it's not going to be pending for long. And before you know it, you'll be able to withdraw the money. So they're saying that pending deposits are going to be faster, you know, from next year. Then somebody raised an interesting question about a business account. This is something a friend recently asked me as well. A friend was asking me, Cleva, GGPay, and also Grey.co, do they allow you to create an account for your business, like a dollar account for your business? And I told him, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think so, right? But it came up in Cleva's QA session, and they did mention that they don't have that feature yet. However, you can pretty much use your Cleva account for your business, right? It's just that the Cleva account has to be in your name because it's an individual account. You know, when you create a Cleva account, you have to verify your identity, you know, so you have to use your personal account and everything. You can use that personal account to pretty much you know, do business. That is completely fine. They said it's okay. Then later next year, you'd be able to actually create a business account. So you'd have like a separate business account and upload your CAC documents to receive money on Cleva. So it's something that is also in the works, but again, as of the moment, you can use your personal account to do business. That's completely fine. But again, keep in mind that if you send a lot of money to your Cleva account, the compliance team might, you know, flag it and then, you know, ask you to provide additional documents to prove that you are the owner of the money. Another thing I would really encourage you to do before I talk about the last part they mentioned in the QA session is try to attend the QA sessions. If you've signed up on Cleva before, you should be getting emails from them. So they occasionally send this email from time to time. I think it's every quarter or every 2 months. I'm not very sure. I've only attended twice, but they do it from time to time where they send out an email telling you that, hey, tomorrow or next tomorrow by 5 p.m. we're going to be having a QA session. So you can come in there. If your money is hanging, if you're having issues with Cleva, you can complain to the team and they'll be there to assist you. So try as much as possible to tune in you know, to the QA session. Lastly, someone mentioned if there is going to be a Cleva community in the near future, or if there's going to be a community for people to connect with each other, also, you know, support each other. And they said that it's something that is in the works. but they did not really mention what kind of community it's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be a forum where people can pretty much ask questions and help each other with stuff. It might not be a forum, it might be a WhatsApp channel, it might be a Telegram channel. Like they did not really give any more info in that area, but they said that there is going to be a community from 2025 where you can get to connect with other Cleva users and also help each other pretty much. So I really like Cleva. I'm a big fan, like really huge fan of the platform, because again, what they are currently trying to do, or what they are currently doing, is just really making it easy for you to receive your dollars to Nigeria and just move money around. And I like the approach. I also like the fact that you have that customer-centric approach where you can pretty much talk to Cleva about anything and they will help you. They also encouraged everyone who tuned in to also use the help feature inside the Cleva app. If you're having issues, also use the help feature or send them an email and they will assist you. I hope that I've helped you. I hope that you're excited as excited as I am about next year when it comes to using Cleva. And if you've not signed up on Cleva, my link is in the description of this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you around. Bye.